guess who that is? Actually, that's a dude. No, it is Lady Gaga, yes. Next person I'm going to call upon is Sean.
Got it. Fellow Toastmasters? No. You couldn't pay me enough money to dress like that. I live in Midtown, and I have a lot of friends that think it's the thing to do. And most of them are dudes. And on the weekends, they look like this. Now, I have nothing against that. Do whatever you want, whatever floats your boat, have a great time. Somebody asked me last week at work if I would do this for $1,000, and I honestly wouldn't. There are two reasons why. One, it's embarrassing, and two, it's foolish. But being a Table Topics idea, it's just my opinion. And like I said, do whatever you want, have a good time. Now, if I was making her kind of money and had her kind of fame, I'd think about it.
And no, I would not wear that. Sorry. My next question is, what was your most memorable part about Halloween? And I think I'm going to call upon Eric. He's volunteering.
Thank you. So, a couple years back, my roommate's birthday was on Halloween night. So, we all got dressed up. I was, what was I? I believe I was a construction worker. And my other roommate was a football player. And so we went out, we went to this party, having a good time. And he, you know, it was his 21st birthday, actually. I should have mentioned that. So, you know, he was having a little bit too much fun. And so since my other friend was a football player, we decided to go to the park across the street and, you know, start playing tackle football, which, of course, ended wonderfully with, you know, us drenched and grass stained all over. And then eventually we went home, and I went to bed. And then my other roommate woke me up and said that we, you know, Brendan was, or my other roommate, was essentially passed out and so bad that we had to take him to the emergency room. So we ended up going down there, doing that whole shebang. And it was really funny because then we were left alone in the emergency room with him. So we decided to start, you know, going through the drawers, putting on plastic gloves, and, you know, acting like we were going to shock him with the defibrillator, you know, all sorts of fun games like that. So that would definitely have to be one of my most memorable Halloweens.
I remember one of my Halloweens, I entered in a Halloween costume contest. I went as a Roman soldier. I lost to a transvestite, Mad Hatter. Yeah. We had a guest that walked into the room. If I could please have you stand up and tell us who you are and what brought you here.
Hi, my name is Luke Irving, and I'm with
Nice. Okay, next question. How would you describe this movie to someone? Does anybody know what that movie is?
Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch. You want to try that, Luke? Yeah. Come on.
Well, this was one of the all-time favorite movies of many people, even people who didn't know about the horror genre. They really dug this movie because it had what they call, I don't know if it's the right word now, but maybe somebody can help me in the audience, felt reality, is that the word? There's a word that means that you're like really right there. And they try to always get this going in a movie if it's possible. But this movie excelled at that. In fact, to this day, there are people who go to this location looking for this place in the forest because they swear that it really happened right there. And they go there expecting to find, remnants and parts and experiences and spooky places and ghosts from where this movie was filmed. But there's a lot of myths about it. It's actually, they say it was filmed on VHS or some real low quality film. It was a video camera. They say it was filmed on a video camera for a really low price. Well, it wasn't really a low price. It was, a part of it was done on a video camera, So there's so much myth about this movie, but people went to see this and it just blew their minds because they'd never seen so much anticipation. I actually went to see it a little while later, and I actually left at the end because it was so scary, and I didn't want to know how it ended. And then I found out that I only left a couple minutes before it ended anyway, so, then I wish I hadn't found out how it ended. But Blair Witch set the stage for true, I'm going to make up the word, immersion experience in theater. All right.
That thing gave me nightmares for weeks. My next question. Okay, ooh, this is an interesting one. Every year we dress up in costume. What if we turned into the person that we were dressed up as? Who would you want to be dressed up as? Ooh, I got a few minds going now. Nicole.
Hi everyone. If I had to dress up as someone, it would probably be Honey Boo Boo. I actually wanted to dress up as Honey Boo Boo this year, and my roommate would be the mother, but I couldn't convince her. She was like, no way. I am not being Honey Boo Boo's mother, and you are not being Honey Boo Boo. And I was just like, why not? And she's like, because I want to be something cute. And so that was pretty disappointing that I didn't get to be Honey Boo Boo this year. But maybe next year I'll find somebody who will be Honey Boo Boo and their mother with me.
Last question. Are you going to see this movie? It's a remake of Carrie, called Carrie. Adrian or Janice, would you guys like to tackle this one?
Go ahead.
So it's funny because I used to work at a movie theater, and we had this banner strung out across this whole entire hallway, like a super huge one, like went super high to the sky and came all the way down. And I believe this movie was supposed to come out at the beginning of the year, but it never did. So we had a bunch of people complaining when it was supposed to come out. Like, oh, when's the movie coming out? When's the movie coming out? And it's like, it got pushed back. And then they come back, the next day it was pushed back, and then it's pushed back even farther. So when I see this movie, probably not, because we had a lot of people who complained and moaned about it and got on our nerves about it, so I don't want to see a movie that caused me so much pain and misery while I'm still there. So I heard good things about it though, so hopefully it is pretty good for all you guys who do see it, but I personally will not be seeing it as, honestly, I'm not a scaredy person. I don't hate war, hate being spooked, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's it.
I'm not gonna see it, but if I really want to see women go ape crazy, just go to the bars. Okay, that concludes this round of table topics. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna take a quick vote and vote for our best table topics. But first, Mr. Timer, did all of our contestants qualify?
We had 3 contestants that did not. They're the one that just went up. And we had
Who were the ones that did qualify?
Anthony, Jordan, Kevin, Tiffany, Sean, Eric. That's it. And there was only one person who did have the word of the day. Anthony. Thank you.
This vote for everyone who did make the timing constraints and pass the ballots up to here. And as a reminder, the word of the day is something really cool, so be sure to use it. It's ominous. So don't be ominous of the word ominous.
Who qualified? Who qualified?
Except we don't have